Good evening, everybody. You are live at Sisters with the Agenda, and tonight we are live for our We See You Wednesday Spotlight. And I am super excited to be spotlighting our sister, Coachable Kia Harris. She is coming to join us tonight, and I am super excited to be able to give her her flowers amongst the village. Sisters with the Agenda, we are creating the narrative that we are spreading positivity and love and shifting the mindset amongst our community. We are spending more time affirming our people in person and live and letting the world know that we see you. So first, I want to give flowers to the whole village for sending love, for dropping those flowers, for sending them jewels and letting our sis know that we see her and we appreciate her. So you never know when it's your day to be spotlight here at the Sisters with the Agenda Village. So thank you all. Y'all are super dope. I love seeing those flowers come through tonight. Coachable Key, you can go ahead and tap in. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everybody. Send this out to somebody. Again, we are spreading love. This is what we do here on Wednesday, on We See You Wednesday. So I'm super excited to have Coachable Key come. Before we get into her testimony, this is our space where we talk about our personal and professional journey, and we come and celebrate the growth that we have made as in the community, and the different impacts that we are having amongst the community, because through our personal change we are not just changing for ourselves, but we are also changing to impact our village. Good evening, assalamu alaikum, sis.
Walaikum salam rahmatullah.
How you feeling tonight?
I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm anxious, and I'm here.
Yes, listen, so one of the books that I read is called I forget what it's called, but it's by Shonda's Rhimes. And Shonda is a producer and writer for ABC, and she has wrote a lot of the shows that we have seen on ABC. And one of the things that she talked about in this book is how, as individual and mainly Black women, as strong and as powerful we are, we struggle with taking that acknowledgement and that appreciation and being able to accept our flowers. So when people are giving our flowers, we always give credit to somebody else. Oh, that goes to God, but not being able to step in our power. And you, before I even allow you to start, I want to give you your flowers. So I had the pleasure. I was 25 years old. I was working at Simon Gratz Mastery Charter, and I had the pleasure of working with Coachable Key's son. And for me, being so young and being embraced by parents, allowing me to parent with you, to help you along the journey with your son is an honor and a pleasure. Sometimes I feel like, being so young, I don't get that much respect, but it was a partnership. And we worked together to help your son be successful and get the tools that he needed. And I'm so grateful for you allowing me to help you and work with you, and you embracing me with your family, because I also had your niece. Everybody loved your niece at Grants. So it was a pleasure, because sometimes we get that resistance in schools, where, sometimes they think we're against them, but we're really for you all. So you embrace me. And then in the summer of this year, I was in a breaking point with Sisters with the Agenda, and I felt like I was still, working on the mission of Sisters with the Agenda, but not giving that personal development to myself. And you came through and you pulled me in to the personal development platform with Coach Will Latif. And that allowed me to go to the next level of my personal growth and my personal healing, what I needed more than anything. So I appreciate you for seeing me and bringing me along this journey. You are an advocate for personal development. You are an advocate for mindset change. You are an advocate for the change in the community, and you are a light. You are a light. And if don't nobody see it, we all see it, Kay. So if you don't see it, this is why we do this here on We See You Wednesday, because we want to shine a light on you, and we want to let you know that we see you, we appreciate you, and this is a day for you to just celebrate your wins and your accomplishments personally and professionally. So introduce yourself, let them know who you are and all the wonderful things that you do.
Okay, so I'm gonna start off with saying that I am very nervous, and it's allergy season, so I do have a little tickle. Excuse me if I cough and anything. But I'm Kia, aka Malikah, aka Coachable K. I'm 48 years. Well, I'll be 48 this year. I'm claiming 50, y'all, because it feels so good, and I've overcome so much, and for me to
Yes.
still be here with a sound mind, body, and soul, I'm claiming it. So I'm 50 minus two.
Yes.
um, I do nursing and driving. I have three sons, five grandchildren. I love my life and all that it stands for, my struggles and my celebratory moments as well. Uh, like you said, I've been in PD for about a year now, almost a year. I've been doing therapy for a bit longer than that. This last therapist I've been with her for the past 5 years. Our relationship is pretty much intimate there. Not intimate on the sexual level, but
Right.
the closeness of us. Womanhood. So she's mainly advocating for me to further my education so when she starts her business, I can come along and be under her umbrella. Just like with you, when I'm sending you all these requests for for your show, and I read the last message and you're like, well, I appreciate all the requests, Queen, but you never replied to your invitation. And I was like, wow, I was really taken aback by that because I know I work with greatness and I don't like to really toot my own horn because I don't want to fall and, bragging or anything. I try to be modest in my walk and my movement. So it's really hard for me to receive my flowers and just receive them. So today I practiced on my page with every compliment and flowers. I said, I would just say thanks. I would just say thanks. But you know what
Yes.
I noticed? I still gave flowers back. But it's just me and who I am. It's just in me. But I did just say thanks. So that's a plus
Yes.
for me because I received my flowers as people seem fit that I deserve them. So, um, and I want to thank you too for giving me my flowers as well and share with you. I didn't even know how old you were when I met you. Even now tonight, like, see, I don't look at age when I see people. The way that you move with purpose and intention, the drive that you have for them children. I commend teachers. I really do, especially teachers that deal with multiple children and multiple children with issues. I know my son was and is a piece of work. Only because he don't like rules or follow rules and he think he know it all. Other than that, he's a good kid, good person. But when you think you know it all, you just think you know it all. So,
Yeah.
but I didn't even realize that you were in a jam when I hopped on your live with you and your sister, and it was like from then on, we was off to the races.
Yes. Yes.
Excuse me. It was like you just became my PD sister, as
Yes.
well as my sister Ennis Liam. So that was something special for me too. Also, but yes, I love my PD because I've come from dramas and traumas, and I always want the best, not just for myself, but for the ones that I say that I love, and I love everyone, and I don't just say it because it sounds good. I really do love everyone. So PD matters to me, and PD it taught me how to stop taking stuff personal, and that was something that I adapted from my dramas and my traumas. Always thinking that somebody's talking about me or I'm the elephant in the room, and so it's not that deep. And I
Yeah.
had to reprogram my mindset to know that even with the little things, it's not that deep. It's only as deep as the attention that I give it, and which attention am I giving it. So I've learned to embrace my negative Nancy. I wanted to kill her, but she's a part of me, so I can't kill her because then I'll be killing a part of me. So I embraced her so that I can allow her to come through with boundaries.
So let
So
me so let me ask you a question for all those that don't know what PD is. Let us know what PD is, what role you play in PD, and how has personal development help you through your journey? Just to break it down a little bit more, so for the people that don't know.
Okay, so PD is personal development. In fact, and it's self-explanatory. Working on ourselves, we developing ourselves personally, shifting the mindset. Um, I've been involved in PD for a month shy of a year. Within that time, I've learned how to work on dealing with stuff from the inside out instead of the outside in. Learning that everything that I needed to succeed in life is already inside of me, and to stop looking for it in the outside world. That's when I noticed that I was lost.
Yeah.
So with me dealing with PD, me learning those things, the core value of myself, how to tap into my higher self through meditation. PD helped increase me with my religion, and increase me with building relationships, learning to accept people for who they are, meeting them where they are, and just dealing with them, not giving too much energy to a thing or a person. So that helped me. My biggest thing was taking stuff personal. So I'm always forever speak on that, because to me that was what hindered me in life. Excuse me. I would do it with my children, even the people at work. So for me to be aware of that and to work on that, and I see change from me working on that, and I'm like, wow, something that small, that minute, as far as taking stuff personal and make a drastic change in my life. Um, I'm a part of the PD advisory board. That was an honor for me as
Yeah.
well. Life coach.
Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you. Excuse me. My coach handpicked me to be a life coach, and again, this is amazing. This stage where I'm at in my life right now, it's like I felt so stuck for so long, and then my prayers for the past 5 years was I asked the Lord to remove what's not good for me
Mm.
and replace it with better, and surround me with the people that's going to help me to walk in my purpose. And look at me, I've been in PD for a whole year.
Yeah.
My mission was, when I came to PD, was to reach to the youth with suicidal awareness. um I've lost some family members to suicide, due to dramas and traumas. It's just life, dealing with life, period. I wanted to be the voice for the youth, letting them know that they're not alone, that they don't have to take the worst road out. And we do have people here to listen to your voice, and your voice does matter,
Yeah.
and excuse me, moving forward, that's something that I would still want to do. But being in PD, personal development, it showed me that the children is not the problem, it's us. We as the parents have to deal from our dramas and traumas, so that we could stop bleeding on the children, so that we could provide a safe space for our children, so
Yeah.
that they won't feel alone and feel like they have to go outside the home and act like a rabid fool. So I'm in the right place, and it's kind of like a double bubble for me, because I can heal with the parents of the children that I want to help.
Yeah.
And we rely on each other. We have a lot of cliches. I hate to use the word cliches, but we have a lot of um, slogans. I don't really like that word either, but things that we go by.
Affirmations. We have affirmations.
Beautiful, beautiful. See, each of us see all of us, and all of us see each of us, and that's one of the ones that I stand on. And because we need that. That also falls under the line of the reminder,
Yeah.
because we have to unlearn to relearn, because we were taught backwards. Um, I love personal development. I love helping people. This is just like right up my alley. I've always poured into people and didn't always wasn't poured back into, and now I'm around like-minded people real quick, because I still struggle even with all of the PD that I have and all of the therapy and knowledge that I have, I still struggle with life, because I've been 47 longer than I've been one. And I like to associate my PD with me being a year old because I'm actually learning. I put in the comments today that I'm in love under new management. It's not, I have a different set of lenses, a clear cap. Like, I'm just, I'm not the same Malikah. So I never went by Malikah before. That's been my attribute for years. And now I love it. It means beautiful queen. And that's just who I am and the purpose that I want to walk into. But I had a revelation. Well, it was said to me in one of my classes a few weeks ago. I said, I still feel a little stuck sometimes. I pour into people and people pour back into me. Why do I feel this way? And they said, because I have holes in my vessels that needs to be filled. So first thing come to my mind is, did this nigga just call me empty? Did he just say I was shallow? Wait a minute. However, came from a person where I know it's come from nothing but love.
Right.
So I had to take the niggardly way of me thinking out of it. That's still a part of PD, switching your mindset. And know that he came from a place of love. So now I'm like, well, what is it that he mean by that? See, if I would have been taking stuff personal, I would have missed that. So now I'm like, I'm trying to figure out the how. I've also learned in PD that, in personal development, that it's not hard, it's how. And we have the tools to help us to navigate through life. And so I had to go through my tools, and what made me realize that what came to that conclusion that I still felt empty inside. We had a speaker on there, Carolyn, and she said, sometimes in life, we have to borrow the light that others see in us until we see the light within ourselves. Sorry, excuse me. That resonated high volumes. Like, I bawled like a baby. It was like I had a tooth pulled with no Novocaine, and I was in here crying because, and then that's when it was said to me that I had to fill these vessels up. It was one of your shows that inspired me after we did the letter to our younger self, and you was doing the hair tutorial. I think that was my third or fourth letter to my younger self. I just got the book and the pen and I'm writing and I'm crying and I'm writing. And then I had a revelation. I never had a childhood. I struggle with that in my adult life because throughout life is the lessons. That's why we go from pre-K to K to first, second, third, fourth, and so forth and so on. Well, if that part of me is missing, I'm not really complete. So that's what he meant when he said plug in them vessels. So this is why I love personal development, because without that, I wouldn't have come to that conclusion that easily or that quickly. I'm on a year high. I haven't felt this way in never, ever in my life, ever. And because I used to suffer with depression, it's like when I be on my high, I look for that low to come. And I kind of be scared to go on that high because I know that low is coming. But when I tell you I've been on this high for 250 classes or so, 11 months, we coming up on 1 year. We going PD retreat. I wasn't going to do that, but I noticed that I started involving myself more. Whereas though before I used to, oh yeah, I'll go, I'll do it, and then find every excuse not to because I take stuff personal. Or why they really want me there, or why they, in my head. But now I'm looking forward to, because I'm being loved on like I'm loving on the people. So I'm in a happy space in my life right now. My life coach set me up for me to walk in my purpose with purpose. I'm taking life coaching classes currently, as well as being on the PD advisory board. I'm building my resume in a different manner now, and I'm happy about it. I'm ecstatic, and people look at me and see the change in
Yes,
me.
amazing. Yes, drop some lights for our sis. We shining the light on her so she can borrow these lights and fill these holes.
Yes.
And I just want to say, through your self awareness, sometimes we don't know our purpose and how it looks, right? We might know what our purpose is, but we don't know how it's going to look and how it's going to manifest, right? God works in an amazing way. And like you said, that therapist that you built that relationship with is looking forward to you coming back, and look at you now working and coaching and training to be this life coach. And that's not what you came here for, but you had a purpose. You said, I wanted to help people. And
Yeah.
sometimes we don't know helping people is helping ourselves, right? Through
Right.
helping ourselves, we're going to impact people, because that's what I saw. You was working on yourself, and I'm just like, oh, I need what she got. I need that. Whatever she got, I need, because that's what's going to pull
Oh,
me out, right? So I commend you for just being vulnerable. Part of personal development, for anybody that doesn't know, we do go live every morning at 7 a.m. on Will Latif page. I share it all the time. Y'all have to tap in. We are live every morning, Monday to Friday. So it is free. It is a class. You join in the conversation, you join in the topic, and there's always opportunities for you to grow personally and professionally. So it's so crazy, because sometimes we conventionally we think that we got to build our resume through that 9 to 5, or through going to college and getting that degree. But like you said, you're building your resume in a different type of way, just by walking in your purpose and trying to fill those vessels. So let me ask you a question. Going back, right? Sisters with Agenda, you said your mission was to come to Hill, right? Going back, what was your mission growing up? Where did you see yourself going? Where did you see yourself being? And, now that you're walking in this different purpose, do you feel like it's aligned? Was this all a part of the mission?
definitely is a line. And that, honestly, to answer that question, honestly, I didn't even know as a kid. I didn't know what my purpose was. I didn't, because my dramas and traumas kept me stuck. So I was foggy. Everything was foggy for me. Growing up throughout life, I've always been the go-to person. People always come to me for advice, opinion. My uncle always told me I missed my call and I should have been a therapist. Then I got another uncle told me I should have been a detective. I'm an observer by nature. However, it
Right.
is still all aligned because I'm a helper. Now, the difference between then and now is, well, I've always had the same purpose, to succeed and to help the next person succeed, but now it's like my intentions are different.
Mhm.
I'm with the organization now that backs what I do. We back each other. We in this together, and our mission is to help the community. To rebuild the village. So it kind of does line up with, and the fact that I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for over 20 years. I love the drive. All of that is hand in hand to me helping someone to aid in the system into something
Yeah.
or another that they need. So, and along the way, I always talk to people and help people out. So I always felt like I walked on my purpose, and I knew that me helping people is my purpose.
Yeah. And I just wanted to shine light on that, because one of the things that we do for the youth is provoke their thoughts on how your purpose can look so many different ways, right? If nobody
Mm-hmm.
ever showed you what doors can open with the different skills that you have, like you said, you always help people, but sometimes we only got that narrow mindset of what that could be, right? Or you could be a teacher, you could be a nurse, you could be a doctor, not
Mm-hmm.
knowing that through your own personal healing and telling your story and embracing your story, right? Because you talked about that. You have to embrace that negative Nancy. She's a part of you, right? Once you embrace your story and you embrace your truth, you stand in your power, and God opens doors, right? That it's not hard, it's how. You just walk through it, right? You walk through it and you walk in purpose. So for
Think
you,
one of your girls, one of your students just popped in my niece.
look, they in here. That's why, look, I always got to make sure, hey,
Look,
sis,
she like Miss
I said,
C.
I always gotta make sure I just shine that light, because that's the mindset that we're shifting, right? Through us telling our stories, through us shining light on each other. I just want to let our youth know that sometimes your purpose is in your day to day. Your purpose is in your
Definitely.
trauma. Your purpose is in your trials. God is preparing you for these moments, and sometimes we don't even know what's coming next. But as long as you stay steady on it and you keep working and growing and developing, God opens doors that you didn't even know was
That
on the other
existed.
side. And sometimes there's nobody there to water that seed to tell you, sis, oh, you're good at this or you're good at that, and to let you believe it, right? But you did have people in your life that you said, right? And it's crazy because in coaching class, part of being a coach is listening and getting that information. That's that detective that your uncle was talking about, right? You got to be a detective. You got to listen and you got to put the pieces
Mm-hmm.
together to be able to help them on that journey to find that self-discovery, right? It's so crazy because we only hear these certain titles and we don't know what we can do with our gifts,
Right.
right? So can you take us back? You talk about your father a lot, right? And you
My
talk
baby.
about how your father's journey is part of you. Can you talk about your father and what your father means to you, and how his life has also impacted the journey that you're on and the things that you're doing in the community?
My father is my real life superhero that walked this earth. You know, like, I don't know if everyone has one, but he was my real life. He was my He-Man, my Superman, my Spider-Man, my everything all in one. Um, my father battled with depression, which in turn battled with drugs. When my father also committed suicide when I was rather young, I was 22. And I struggled with that. Like I said, I'm almost 50 now. So, and I still struggle with that. However, I do see me walking in his purpose. My coach didn't point this out to me until we were doing rallies. And I think it was the last rally or the rally before last. And I was like, well, I'm not a community activist. And he's like, you activate for the community. You out
Right.
here speaking for the community. This is what you do. This is your life. No matter if you want to do it or not. He said, you out there louder than me and I got the microphone. I had to sit and resonate like, damn, it's in me though. That this is something that my father did. This was his passion and his drive. He loved to help people. Me growing up, I always had a different aunt, cousin, or uncle, or something, because he wanted to bring somebody off the street to help them get their life together. So when he took his life, he had, I'm not sure if it was 13 or 15 years in sobriety. But with that, he took thousands of people with him. My father is the reason why Williamsport is flooded with recovering addicts back in the 80s. He was filling Williamsport up with recovering addicts, and my sister being one of them. And I went up, excuse me, I went up there with her for support. You know, I was young at the time. I was 6 with my son, my first son. Then I was trying to figure myself out. I noticed throughout life, I walked in my father's shoes. I'm a no nonsense person like he is. I'm a sweetheart. He didn't like that he was a sweetheart, but he was. He was stern, you know. Um, Whenever I get stuck or whenever I see something and do, and I feel like I don't know to hit the next how, I always think about how would Ray handle this.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the relationship and the bond that he had with us. He allowed us to express ourselves and speak our mind. You know, we played and we did stuff as a family. I love my father. His love, memory, and his legend lives on. It's sad that he didn't have the tool that he didn't know how to tap into his higher self and reach into his inner core self to get the help he needed for himself. So that's another thing that drove me to be walking my father's purpose. I could do the complete the mission that he had, but in a different aspect because I
Mhm.
have the tools that he didn't know how to use. I have people that I can rely on to let me know to be the thermostat and not the temperature. You know, to
Mm.
let me know to think twice and move once. Whereas though he didn't really have that because he was so closed in and, sheltered or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm just glad that he bled on me differently in a different manner. That I picked up his good traits and qualities instead of the bad traits. Now, did I see him? Did I learn from him? Yes, I knew what I knew what I didn't want to do in life, and I knew what I needed to do in life. So,
And what's your father's name?
Raymond Harris, Google him.
I know that. Listen,
He
I
from
know that's
Chickawaga
right.
Projects, but he not from there. But that's where he ran those streets at Frankfurt Projects, and right where he got high, he got clean, and he
Mm.
started the recovery trail.
Yes.
Raymond Harris,
Raymond Harris. Well, may
yes,
he rest in peace and may his legacy continue to live
live
on through
on.
you.
Thank
Um,
you.
and I just wanted to say that, like, with the activist part, right? The one thing I love about Coachable Key, all right, and it's so funny because when I first saw the name, I'm thinking just Coach Key. I didn't even see the coachable part,
Oh
right?
wow,
I
right.
didn't
I'm
even see the
coachable.
coachable part. I just saw Coach Key. That's what I saw. That's how my dyslexia work. I only see part of the word and I take it for what it is, right? But the one thing you do is you pull people in. You pull people in, and you pull the people closest to you in. How impactful has that been to you to be able to pull your mother, your children in on this journey with you? Because I'm be honest with you, I try, but I still struggle with that. I think just through me living, I just do, and I allow them to just see, but you actively pull them in. And I think that is powerful in your mission of what you do. So, how has that impacted you personally?
I, it's a yin and a yang. I love it. I love it because I always thought because of the age that my mom wouldn't ever be interested in healing and couldn't heal properly. But I wouldn't trade that for the world because now I'm healing with the same people that bled on me and that I
Mm,
bled on. And now we're healing together.
mm,
Now, the truth to that answer is sometimes, a lot of times, I find that is hard for me to heal properly.
mm,
Because for me to tell my story, I would have to expose a lot of things. And the last thing I would want is for anyone to look at them in a bad light or a bad eye. Because it's not, oh, woe is me anymore. That's not my story. I'm not a victim anymore. I'm Victor. And this is what I want my mom to know. Like, even when I tell my story and say that I was a girlfriend at a young age, don't take away from you
yeah,
because you had dramas and traumas as well. Because as much drama as trauma I had, I also was raised with love.
yeah,
Excuse me. I know what it's like to hug and give hugs, genuine hugs. When you feel it in your soul hugs. My oldest son gives the best hugs. I promise you. Where I really feel it in my core. So it's a yin and a yang with that. I'm super, super excited that we're able to heal. I'm grateful that my son did have um, personal development in his life because I just recently went through a traumatic stage in life. And with my oldest son having the personal development in his life and the tools, he was able to help me healthily carry
mm,
me through this trial that I was going through. So, sorry. I thank God for personal development and understanding and acceptance and just to name a few. So I'm grateful to be able to heal with my family. I'ma just find the how because it's not hard. It's just the how.
yeah,
And maybe we have to do some one-on-ones so that we can lighten some blows because I'm going to write my books, plural.
Yes.
I was born into drama and trauma. So I had my life was already doomed before I was born. So and I don't take away nothing from my mom. She's the sweetest person. I will never trade in the world. And honestly, if I had to turn back the hands of time, honestly, only thing I would do different is further my education. I wouldn't change not a drama, not a trauma, not an abuse, not a none of that because it made me the woman who I am today. I'm
Yes.
not a hater. I'm not selfish. I'm not jealous. You know what I mean? I'm a so all of that made because I am this way because of. In fact, my girlfriend just popped on and she always say that the stories I hear you tell, I would think that you would be an evil, bitter person. You so loving
Mm.
and kind and caring. Excuse me, because I want to be. I need to be what it is that I say that I want. So I'll try to lead by example. I don't want nobody to be mean and nasty to me. So I'm not going to be mean and nasty to people. I try to be fair and play the whole tape out so that I can be fair. Nobody is perfect and everybody has baggage. So I want people to be understanding with me and my stuff. So I have to be that for the people. So
And I commend you for that. Like I said, I give you flowers because, you're doing something that is going to help your whole family heal. It takes bravery. It takes courage, like the sister said. And, still a lot of us is struggling with that, but you continue to be a role model. You continue to be an advocate through your journey. And like I said, your light shines. Your light shines very bright. You deserve to be on the board. You deserve everything that's coming. So what's next for you? What's next? I know that, you had these opportunities, but what's next for you?
so you gave me homework. Because my next, and I understood the question. My next in my mind right now is aligned with someone else's mission, which is in line with my mission. But for me to sit here and say, "Oh, I had to," no, I do. Let me stop. Let me stop. I do. I plan to buy a house in Jamaica and build property on it. So I can live there for 3 months out of the year, each, 3 months there,
I
one
know
month
that's right.
I'm going to write my book there. I want to write 2 books and I want to do them together, even if I don't publish them and release them together. And I'm talking from just what I want. I didn't do any footwork, homework, or any of this yet. I'm just putting it into the atmosphere. This is what I want. This is what I'm working towards. And I just want to increase peace. I want to heal, not just Philly, heal the world. That's my purpose and my mission, and I love it.
And let me just say this, the beautiful thing, like you started off with saying, like your purpose is aligned to somebody else's purpose. The one thing that I love about personal development is unifying the mission. Because a lot of times we can have a bunch of activists and different people in the community doing different things. But I think personal development breaks down those walls to say that we have to stand together and we have to unify the mission and we have to unify the message. And if we all have the same core message, that's when you start to see the change and the impact in the community. So even if you walk in alongside, you walking with, you walking behind, we all are walking in our purpose. And it is aligned with what God put in you because that's why you're sitting there with him. God put it in you to be where you're at, and all of the things that you're manifesting will come true, sis. You already know what's coming next and what you want and what you're manifesting. So all of those things will happen because like I said, it's not hard. It's about how, right?
Uh-huh.
And this is what we do here. We create a village. Yesterday we had our real estate person. So if you need some connections, I got some people that's out there that's going to help you maxify your money, get you some real estate. So
Okay.
it's so crazy that you said it because that's what we was
Yeah.
talking about last night. But I think your journey is so beautiful. Talk a little bit more because I think you writing your childhood story to yourself, your childhood letter to yourself was a turnkey for you,
Yeah.
and very impactful for you in your transition. And it's so funny because our guest last night said the same thing, that when she realized that she was at this peak of success and this level of peace, that it was that inner child, and we realize that most of us, it is that inner child that's still seeking that attention. So talk about that moment for you and how it helped shift you to the next level in personal development.
Wow, it brought a lot of clarity to me. It opened my eyes to see what it is that I did want. It helped me to realize why I felt so much in life and with things and with people. Me writing that, and it wasn't the first one or the second one. I'm telling you, it wasn't until I seen you do your tutorial with your hair care. I think that was like my fourth, because I'm on like 5 or 6 letters, and I sat here and actually read them all today, all deep. So it was like my fourth or fifth letter to my younger self that I really had the aha moments. That when I really realized that, oh, it's you that I'm missing. It's you, little kid. Come on. And knew I had to grab her by her hand and embrace her. That's why I love the children so much. And I love animals and I love nature. That's the naturalness in me. My heart is singing now just thinking about it. I love the children. That's driving me to be a better grandmom too. My mom, I'm sorry. To my 5 babies, because now I don't mind rolling around on the floor playing with them and running up and down the street and playing tag and stuff like that. So, and then after I do those things, it brings me back to a sense of ease.
Yeah.
Um, Things don't seem so cluttered and cloudy anymore. It's like you wipe the fog away, for literally wipe it away from your eyes. And it's like every day I'm learning that, though. Every day, not just real quick. Another story. I was getting ready to go to the rally, and after the rally, I was going on a little date with one of the PD sisters. Beautiful queen, love girly. She was the one, in fact, taught me to embrace my negative Nancy and everything that comes with me because it's a part of me. So I'm like, damn, I forgot to polish my toenails the night before, and I'm not going to have time to do it now. She like, well, you early though. Why you not going to have time? And it's a quick dry because it's Islamic polish. She like, girl, if you don't sit there and polish your darn toenails, and just something that simple as me putting 20 minutes into myself, it opened the chakra. Now I'm fascinated with polishing my toenails. I want to polish my nails all day, every day. Whereas before, I didn't have that drive and that in there. Something that minute made a big difference in my life. So now it even made me walk a little different. I held my head a little different. It's like because I learned something else about me when you did the tutorial for your hair. So now I'm shopping around for hair care products because I want to treat my hair. I need to do this. What I need for my skin. Now I'm doing my collagens even more because it opens chakras to get back into the basics myself. Whereas though I try to put all this love in everybody else or seek validation, no matter how much I say I don't, seek validation in others to make me feel what exactly I did for myself.
Yeah.
And again, I learned that from personal development, developing personally, being around like-minded people, being a reminder of what it is that I say that I want, learning how to move with good intentions, being intentional. So, and I want to forever write letters to my younger self because she always brings me clarity. And I told her I'm gonna bring her flowers every time I come, and I give her flowers and a hug.
Yes. Fill them vessels, sis. Fill them vessels. So I am about to open up the live. If anybody wants to come on and join and give her flowers tonight while we are on live, I am going to open it up. So we do have one person coming in to give you your flowers. If anybody else want to
Okay.
come in, you can tap the request button and we will have you come
One
join.
second. I'm sorry.
No, get you some water. Assalamu alaikum, sis.
Walaikum salam Tolo. Hey sis.
How you feeling tonight?
Oh, I'm actually feeling good right now. Alhamdulillah. Like I'm feeling good at this moment. So I'm grateful for that.
Okay, we're gonna wait for her to come back so we can
Right.
give her flowers. If
Right.
anybody
Yes.
else wants to tap in, no rushing. Listen, that's
Yes.
why I got my water because I had took a Claritin before we got started because I was doing all the good stuff tonight. Okay, are you?
Assalamu alaikum Tolo sis. How are
Radical
you?
Salam.
I'm
I
I'm
love
hyped
you
because
too, Mom.
listen, I love you. I'm hyped because I'm the first person to give you these flowers.
Oh, it's a crying bird
So
coffee.
it's why, listen, so not even the Raleigh, but when I first heard your voice, when I first tapped into PD, your voice for me was very comforting, very encouraging, very inviting, so that right there, for me to feel that, and and I say this all the time because I don't do females. I never did females because I wasn't with drama and all the extra stuff. Even as a teenager, being little, I didn't do chicks. I always had more male friends than female friends, and to feel that energy from you was awesome. And I wanted to give you your flowers because one, that, but two, the first rally I came to, and you the hug, the embrace that you gave me last me for an entire year.
Oh, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, because when you embraced me, I absolutely felt like I was in the arms of my mom and she was just holding me, and then everything else around me just disappeared. And
And
I'm
my
grateful
mission
for
is
that.
complete. That's my mission. This is what I love.
And I am so grateful for that, and I just, like I said, I'm hyped because I was first, you get all these flowers, these roses and
Thank
daffodils or whatever you like. I'm giving you all of them, and I love you.
I love you,
Um,
babe.
and I'm proud of you, even just to be coming along way after you've been here, and just to hear some of the things that you say and about how you've grown or whatever, and how you've changed and evolved for the better, and your father living through you. It's all encouraging, and I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you too, Queen. I received that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
Assalamu
you,
alaikum.
sis, for tapping in with Alaikum Assalam.
Yes. Hey,
Assalamu
beautiful queen
alaikum.
down there. Yes. Good night. I mean, not good night. I'm just taping off, but I'm a listen.
You up next, sis. If anybody else want to tap in, you can send in your request now. You up next, sis. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Yes, got to give this hour. Oh my goodness. So I've been in PD since the end of January. So I saw like your first few shares, Coachable Key. And because I was doing a little dig in just to kind of see what it was about. And so I went to some of the videos, some of the lives before I had joined, and I saw you. And so it's been wonderful watching you develop and change, and, such a light, such a star. And, so many of our sayings come from, stuff that you've said, and I'm looking forward to meeting you and hugging you. But just so excited. I remember when I shared my story to my younger self. It was my birthday, and you were right after me. And it's so funny, if I listen to my story, to my share, sometimes I go back and I reflect on that. So I'll listen to my share, and your story right after mine, I always have to hear it again, because it was so funny. And it was like a really pivotal time for you because you were talking about how you locked yourself out of the house because you were, trying to deal with them damn maggots and locked yourself out the house. And your laughter on that. And I love how you were like, the way I'm laughing now is the same way I was laughing when it happened. I was, and it was like that gratitude that you had, that lightheartedness, that positive energy that you had. With that, Allah allowed you to actually get some sort of entertainment from it because they're waiting for your son to come and you're watching the birds eat the maggots. You know what I'm saying? It was just, that's like a really funny
How
story.
that
I
was
love
the ease, right?
sharing,
How my
Queen.
hardship became my ease.
Yes, yes, yes. And I love when you
Yeah.
share and, just love you so much. You're so unique, so
Thank you.
beautiful.
I love you too, Queen. Thank you.
More than welcome. So I just wanted to give you your flowers. And yeah, that's all. Wonderful, wonderful evening.
Thank you. You do the same. Appreciate you.
Sis.
Thank you, Queen. Peace, ladies.
Well,
Assalamu alaikum.
walaikum assalam, rahmatullah. Well, up, we got another request.
Thank you.
Yes, we giving you your flowers. We are shining light on you
I
because you are a
see. I
beacon
see.
amongst the community, sis. Good
There
evening.
you
Good
go, my
evening,
there go my boy, his chicken
Queen.
wing.
I told you every time you call me there, I make you want to eat some chicken.
Boy, chicken wing. Oh,
We can't hear you.
Is it on?
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
So I jumped in real quick to get my boo thing her flowers. I met Coach Bouquet when we was doing the meet and greet. And I don't know, for some reason God just told me to reach out to her about some food that we was making for the meet and greet, and it just so happened I reached out to her at the right time. So we just connected from that point on, and she sort of kind of is like the little devil or angel, the little angel on my side of my shoulder when I'm feeling in my little devilish ways or whatever. She bring me right back down to earth, like, use your PD, queen, use your PD. And I need that someone to bounce off of and share that energy that I share, like we share the same energy. We silly alike. I could be me, she could be her, you know. And I'm starting to learn, even though we haven't been friends for too long, I'm starting to learn her very well with her excuses when she don't want to do something. So I got like, we out, we going,
you
we
want to be
doing
a
this, we
bully?
doing that. But I just want to give you your flowers, sis. I love you so much, and I am so proud of the woman that you are growing into. And I pray that I already know that you're going to continue to, get out your weeds and let your wheat grow. I love you so, so much.
I love
Flowers.
you back, Queen. Thank you, honey.
We gonna let mom go last because I don't want my phone. I don't want my
Let's
phone
go,
to die
mama.
on you, and I'm dying, and I can't find an outlet in the corner that I am.
Mine
So,
too, yo, mine
yes,
too. Please be able to save it.
yes, I got you. I got you.
Good
Hey,
evening.
Good
mommy.
evening.
All right, let me tell the story how my baby has grown. Oh my God. Good evening, ladies, first of all.
Good evening.
Yeah, I am so proud of you. I tell you all the time, I'm so proud of you. She is an amazing child of mine. She is. Just to see her growth and her vulnerability all coming out. And when, don't be afraid to say anything. My feelings, I'm already prepared for, whatever. Don't hide, suppress nothing. If it makes you feel better to reveal your story and tell it, tell it. Because I'm at the place where I'm at right now, I'm fine. I'm fine. I can take anything. But I just love your growth. Don't suppress nothing. And I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. And personal development has really been good for you, to you. And I hope you can be good to someone else. You are a good, caring, sharing person, but
Thank
you got it from your mother, of course. Yes.
Oh,
All jokes aside, I
you.
love you. I love you very, very
Love
much.
you, boy. That means so much to me. You don't know how much
You
that
had to jump on me. I couldn't get on in the morning. I don't know how.
means. It wasn't meant for you. A long what you
Your
want when you
mom,
were
I got to
supposed to
hold
come
that back
on.
for a long time. Yes, but and how are you sitting there, sister? How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you for that. You almost brought tears to my eyes to be able to honor her and give her her
Oh
flowers
my
and give
God.
her permission to continue to
Yes,
heal. So I
yes,
appreciate you for jumping on and just letting her know that it's okay for her to tell her story so she can continue to stand in her
yes,
power, because that's what's the most important thing. And to see that unity amongst family. I was literally just watching the show Love and Marriage, and the son was pouring out to his mom, and his mom couldn't get it. So for you to be able to get it and y'all to be able to walk on this journey together is such a beautiful and inspiring thing. So I thank you for sharing with her in this moment and giving her her flowers here to let the world know we are shifting the narrative. We are breaking generational curse. It is all possible day by
yes,
day. So thank you so much for coming and joining us tonight.
Thank
yes.
you, Mom, and thank
Welcome.
you for being intentional and keep showing up every day for yourself, Shorty. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
yes, yes. Nothing surprises me. Nothing surprises me. Like I said, just keep forward, press forward. And you
Yes,
ladies
I
have
love
a good
you.
evening on purpose and keep up the good work, both of you ladies. I
Thank
love you both. You
you.
like here. I love it here. So good. I have a good night. I'll talk to you in the morning, baby.
Yes, I see you. Love you,
Love
babe.
you guys. Bye bye.
Well, I want to thank you
Wow.
all. Coachable Key, you are a light amongst the village, and I'm going to continue to say
Thank
that. I
you.
pray that you continue to fill those vessels, continue to water your inner child, continue to keep pulling the village in, because that is what you do so well. You are an activist, you are an advocate, you are a transformation, and anything you manifest will continue to come true. I thank you for accepting this offer to come share
Yes,
amongst the village, because we are shifting the narrative that it is okay to receive your flowers. It is okay to be confident. It is okay to walk in your light and walk in your power and tell your story and continue to heal amongst the village. So I want to thank you, and I want to thank you all for joining in, for celebrating her, and making this moment special, because it's so important for us to continue to water each other's flowers, right? We say that we're not looking for the affirmation, but when we get it, it's a plus, right? We gonna love on ourselves, but this is a plus, and we are continuing to shift the narrative, and we letting our youth know that we're shifting the narrative as well. So I want to thank you all for joining. Key, is there anything else that you want to say before we wrap up for tonight?
I just want to thank everyone for coming out. I love it here. And don't forget, if you're not already tapped in Monday through Friday in personal development with Will Latif and Slim Little, tap in. We here to change the narrative, the mindset of the people so we can heal Philly, bring the village back, and love on each other intentionally with good purpose, and know that if one of my PD family members say, if ain't nobody smile at you today, you can take mine and borrow it, and you don't owe me nothing.
Yes.
I feel with the love that I had to give. Just know that if ain't nobody loving on you, and I'm a DM away. I'm
Yes.
here, and I don't just say it. I mean it.
Yes. Well,
I love
thank you.
everyone.
I
Thank you, Queen, for having this set up, not just for
yeah.
me, but for you and for us. I appreciate you for that.
You're welcome. I again just thank Allah for bringing you back into my life, because they say people come in your life for a reason, a season, but I'm
Mm.
seeing that people can come back into your life for different reasons and different seasons, and I'm grateful that Allah brought you back into my life and in a different way where you can help me heal, and be a part of my village. So I'm grateful for that. you all tap in tomorrow. We are live for our Thursday tips and tools where we be talking about fashion and magazine industry. We'll be live at 9 p.m. If you want to be a guest here on Testimony Tuesday. Oh, I said Testimony Tuesday. We got Testimony Tuesdays. We got We See You Wednesdays. We got
Wednesday.
Thursday tips and tools and Black Business Friday. It is a space for all of you all to shine your light, to talk about your personal and professional growth. We have space for everybody, people of color. This is our village as we continue to grow personally and professionally. So thank you all for tapping in tonight. You all have a great night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow at 7 a.m. as you tap into this personal development. All right, y'all have a
Yes.
great evening, everybody. I still
Thank
like
you.
your
Love
sis.
you.
Love
Malikah
you.
today, welcome to love.